Welcome in, Scorpio. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. For those of you that are new, welcome in, guys. My name's Lisa. Welcome to Say It Soul Tarot. For those of you returning, welcome back. Again, hope everybody's doing awesome. So, Scorpio, this is going to be your mid-June love reading, general readings. Just keep that in mind. Cross watchers, as always, feel free to swap sides, energy. Same thing for you, Scorpio. But, as always, general read, sun, moon, rising, and Venus, any placement in Scorpio could be a message. Don't be dissuaded by the timestamp. As you know, time is fluid. So if you're drawn in by the title, still could be a message here for you guys today. I did want to give a big shout out to those of you who subscribe and like the video, make a comment. It really does make a huge difference. I'm very little, so any support you could throw my way, really do appreciate that. So let's dive on in here. We're going to take a look and see how the person on your mind, how this person is feeling about you currently, Scorpio, how you're feeling, upcoming actions for the month of June. And then at the end of the reading, I will pull some messages from your person. So, all right, so Spirit Angels and guys, how is the person on Scorpio's mind? How is this person feeling? So we have the Ace of Pentacles. How is Scorpio feeling? All right, let's pull a couple cards on Ace of Pentacles here. Man, that King of Wands just will not quit today. All right. Excuse me. So definitely looks like here right now, Scorpio, the person on your mind here, I feel like there is an opportunity. There is an opportunity. So I feel like this person has kind of like put out an olive branch towards you here. So, I mean, literally, it's kind of like spirit kind of like handing you an opportunity. I feel like there's an opportunity here to learn something from the past, like a lesson, or think about your choices. This person's thinking about, the choices that they made in the past, how those were disappointing. So maybe this person feels like, they're not a very good, they don't have a very good, like love picker. They're not very good at picking partners. Um, and you're kind of like, I feel like you're in the energy of kind of like wanting to kind of see where things go here. To me, this feels like this definitely could be something newer. With the Page of Pentacles coming out, could be dealing with a Libra. We have some fire energy, so Aries, Sag, Leo. And then we have Justice card coming out, which is Libra's card. And then we have some Gemini as well, but we are in Gemini season as well right now. I feel like this person, I feel like Scorpio, you're kind of like open to, accepting this olive branch, maybe sitting down, having a discussion with this person. I feel like, maybe something wasn't fair in the past, and I feel like maybe you didn't give this a chance in the past. So I don't know if this is an ex or somebody who's trying to kind of get back in your inbox. I feel like you're open to giving things a chance and seeing. I keep looking at these two pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles he's holding. Actually, there's three, which is interesting. Three pentacles. Coming together, collaborating, spending some time together. So Nine of Pentacles, seeing things through, seeing if, wanting to maybe plant this seed, see if you and this person can kind of like come to some sort of common ground, meet in the middle, some sort of compromise. Yeah, so I feel like this person's feeling disappointed in the past about what's kind of happened or gone down in the past, but they're also kind of like open to growing. So I don't feel like the door is completely closed on this situation. So if you did have some sort of falling out, or you and this person kind of like stop seeing each other, or this is somebody that's brand new, it looks to me like you're both kind of like open to exploring where this could possibly lead. Your person, if this is a person from the past, they are a little bit hesitant because they were disappointed in the past, whether you disappointed them or somebody else did. This person just might be bringing, kind of like old baggage from an old relationship or something that happened recently to them into this relationship. I don't know if you guys can hear that buzzing, but somebody's goddamn car alarm is going off. Just so annoying. I'm sorry if you can hear that. So let's ask about actions. What actions is this person going to take towards my beautiful Scorpios here? All right, so we have the Five of Cups, the Hermit, Six of Cups. Some of you definitely know this person. Nine of Cups, Knight of Cups. All right, this person, I definitely may have disappointed you here, Scorpio. They may have made poor choices in the past, not taking up on the opportunity, not taking the opportunity seriously, I'm getting. Um, but again, you're still kind of like open to seeing where things go. I feel like you still have hope. You still have hope in your heart here, Scorpio, for this situation, this person. And again, for some of you, you may have previously been married to this person. Definitely some history with that Six of Cups. So they're really in the energy of like really feeling your loss recently. I don't know why. Maybe for some of you, there could have been some sort of, I don't know, maybe it was like your old anniversary, or there's something that's recently happened to this person that they're in the energy of, really being in their emotions. So with that Five of Cups, especially for some of you, if this happened a while ago with this person, I don't know, something has kind of like either really triggered this person recently. I don't know, they may have had some other kind of recent loss, and maybe it's Scorpio that always makes me feel better. Hmm. But definitely feeling the loss of you, of a missed opportunity, or, how they behaved in the past, how they maybe rejected you in the past. And they've had some time here to think. So I do like that the Hermit's coming out, because when the Hermit comes out, that really talks about somebody spending that time on their own, um, really evaluating their actions, thinking about, what's happened in the past, maybe how this person shows up in relationships, how they show love, don't show love, how they express themselves, what really happened, what went down, and what their role was in that. So I feel like this person is maybe definitely realizing that their past actions was a little bit selfish here. Nine of Cups to me, it's not my favorite card, if I'm honest. I feel like this guy's sitting there, he's smug, he's, a little bit in his ego, like, ooh, look at my Nine Cups. I don't know. There's just something with this card. I much prefer the star. So, I feel like it's really, the Nine of Cups really talks about self, talks about self. It's a nine. So sometimes I feel like the majority of the time, to me, the Nine of Cups can really identify somebody as being selfish, or having putting themselves first and not thinking of the other person, or not um, thinking about the other person's feelings. So I feel like that's definitely what is going on down here. That this person's, in a lot of regret about their actions, about possibly decisions, choices they've made. Had some time now to think about their past actions and how selfish they were, and how they maybe just took and took and took from you, Scorpio, and didn't give back. So, and I feel like they're seeing that. I feel like this person's, really looking at their shadow right now. And I don't know why. I do feel like something has happened recently that has, I don't know, they may have had like, you know, an ego death or something. I don't know. Something is like a tower moment recently outside of your relationship that has really like possibly shook the foundation of this person. Like kind of the universe, threw something, some bad karma their way. I don't know. I mean, I don't really, yeah. Yeah, there was, because I feel like there was something that was unjust in some way, shape, or form. So I don't know. I'm not sure what that is. It's going to be different, for each and every one of you, for their, for your person. But again, really reflecting on their poor behavior in the past, decisions they've made, and how selfish they were, and as far as taking advantage of your love, I feel, Scorpio. So I definitely feel like this person's going to be coming towards you here with this beautiful cup of love. Are you going to let them across the water here? I don't know. There's water on the in a mountain. I feel like this person's going to have to climb a pretty big mountain to get back in your good graces here. Just saying. Yeah, it's going to take a lot of courage. I just split the deck and I saw the, yeah. So after, being on the outs, I feel like some sort of truth coming through. Somebody really thinking about what's important now. And I feel like that's you, Scorpio. I feel like this person is realizing that they have deep feelings for you. They didn't appreciate you. They, were on the take here and not giving like you were to them. Yeah. So I do feel like you're going to hear from them, guys. Definitely, I feel like their bad behavior was highlighted here. Maybe, intuitively you kind of knew that, this person, like intuitively you knew that, it really wasn't fair. But, when you're really in love with somebody, you kind of like ignore those red flags, right? Easy to do, easy to kind of get swept up. But I feel like you're kind of like, we're, this person well now. I don't feel like this person can kind of like pull one over on you anymore. So I want to say, see how this person shows up, Scorpio, see what their intentions are, and trust your intuition is really what I want to say. So let's get some messages from this person, see what they have to say for themselves here. This kind of gives me, like tail between their legs kind of energy off your person here. Yeah. Cowardly lion energy. But, this person, I do like that they have done some thinking. So I like that the hermit was here. If the hermit wasn't here, I don't know, Scorpio, I'd be like, I don't know about this person. But I'm glad that the hermit's here. So that's a good sign. So, all right. Messages from this person to Scorpio, please. All right. I'm afraid to contact you. Yeah, we just talked about that. You came closer than anyone. So definitely this person kept their feelings to themselves, possibly. We both know I am not the one for you. Can I get a couple other messages here for Scorpio? All right. I lost myself for a little while. So for those of you who know contact, I feel like it has been, a hot minute since you and this person spoke, maybe. Any other messages for Scorpio? Nope. Bottom of the deck is so many things remind me of you. Just gonna pull a card. I wanna know more about this. We both know I am not the one for you. Why is this card showing up? I definitely feel like this person in the past, again, poor choices. They weren't open. They kind of kept you at arm's length here, Scorpio. Tell me about, we both know I am not the one for you. Eight of Cups. So somebody did walk away from you here, Scorpio, or vice versa. Can I get another card? Tell me more. Knight of Swords. I have a feeling I know what's going to come out. I don't know if I should say it out loud. Ten of Swords. That wasn't it. I'm getting Page of Wands is what I'm feeling, but can I get another card? Six of Wands. That's close. Two of Wands. Lots of wand energy. All right, so this kind of gives me the energy of like, okay, Scorpio, I told you that I couldn't give you what you wanted at the time when maybe you and this person first met. This might not be your first rodeo either with this person. I feel like on some level here, this person has a little bit of insecurities here. Like this person feels like they're almost not good enough for you. Like you intimidate this person a little bit. And this person sometimes feels like, or they felt in the past here, that they were better off being on their own. Like, kind of gives me the energy of like when somebody says to you, oh, I really can't give you what I want, give you what you want. And I feel like when somebody says that, it's almost like, I feel like on one hand, it's a fucking cop out. I hate to swear. I do feel like it's a bit of a cop out. I just feel like, I don't know. Sometimes I guess maybe people realize that they either can't love to the depth that you need, or your needs, they can't, meet your needs. They can't get there. So I don't know. This person definitely could have been like, they only have the Three of Cups, you want the Ten of Cups. This person at the time could only give you 3 cups and not the Ten of Cups. But again, I feel like, really at the end of the day, sometimes people choose the easy route instead of choosing somebody that's going to make them grow and push them to grow and expand. Some people are happy sitting in that Three of Cups and not really wanting to, put the effort to have the Ten of Cups. But I feel like usually at some point, somebody like that realizes that they're really, after they've had so many relationships that are unfulfilling, then that's what pushes somebody into, I feel like, the Hermit, where they actually have to kind of like dive deep and finally kind of realize what's important and what's not. And, if you really love somebody, you rise to the occasion. Even if that person kind of pushes you, I feel like they're pushing you in a good way to grow, spiritually, emotionally. So I like that this showed up. And again, I feel like in the past, this person, it was a bit of a cop out, that they felt like they weren't probably good enough for you here, Scorpio, and that they were better off being on their own. Like they're almost good for nobody. Does that make sense? But I like that this is here. And again, I'd be concerned if it wasn't for you. But again, at the end of the day, you can make your own decision here. I can't make it for you, but looks to me like this person's done some growing. So again, follow your heart, listen to your intuition here. And yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end your reading here. Sorry, I kind of got off on a bit of a tangent, but hopefully it made sense. Anyway, guys, take care of yourselves, and I look forward to seeing you in July.